Please continue to share. My sister is pulling up another video so that you can get the information we need. We share all these videos to enable you share, you know, as you're watching before the actual PowerPoint. You pull out your PowerPoint and start teaching session. Please, if you have a comment, drop your comment. If you have questions, drop in the platform. Thank you.
A continent of 54 sovereign states, 17% of the world's population, 9.6% of the global oil output, 90% of the world's platinum supply, 90% of the world's cobalt supply, half of the world's gold supply, two-thirds of the world's manganese, 35% of the world's uranium, 75% of the world's coltan, and 54 votes in the United Nations General Assembly. This is what makes Africa so attractive and makes the continent a battleground for global powers. There are numerous fronts: investment and infrastructure, military power, diplomacy, soft power, trade, geopolitics. Every country has its own interest in Africa. In 2016, Israel began its scramble for the continent. Benjamin Netanyahu became the first Israeli prime minister to visit Africa in 50 years. What did he want? Votes in favor of Israel and against Palestine in the United Nations resolutions. Africa and Israel share similar histories, he said. Israel went on to sponsor solar, water, and agricultural technologies. In the same year, 2016, Senegal co-sponsored a UN resolution. It condemned the construction of illegal Jewish settlements in the West Bank. What did Israel do? It cancelled the Mashav drip irrigation project. And this is just one example. Here's another one. The European Union has pledged more than $54 billion in sustainable investment for Africa. What does the EU want? Access to the African market of 1.3 billion people. Brussels has negotiated free trade agreements with at least 40 African countries. But does this ensure a balanced two-way trade? It doesn't. And no country has a bigger interest in Africa than China. China is funding 1 in 5 infrastructure projects in Africa. It is building every third one. Africa has an infrastructure deficit, and China has a signed checkbook. Starting 2005, China has invested at least $2 trillion in Africa. It built 6,200 kilometers of railways, including the continent's longest railway line connecting Ethiopia and Djibouti. Beijing has also built the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. A continent.
So you can see why you're a target. You can see why you are the bull's eye. Everybody trying to shoot directly for what they want. So it was never, ever, ever about you or your children or your future generation. It has always been about them. Because when you look at the stories that we're going to tell you today, you will understand the brainwashing that was done for you to be okay with all of this. And we want to remind you again that your ancestors are waiting for you to do what? To react. Your ancestors are waiting for you to wake up from sleep. Your ancestors are waiting for you to say, enough is enough. We can no longer watch while our children die of hunger and your children go on 4 vacations in one summer. It's not okay. There's nothing okay about that. And it's totally unacceptable.